video in 3, 2, 1, play. Hi there, welcome to a video extra for the 2022 Christmas episode of the Monday Pool Archives, which we were started during COVID. We're back here for a match, a doubles match as we continue our doubles series, and we're looking at the 2015 Shield, which was the 5th annual. And it's a doubles match, and it's Andy Jackson, myself, and Alan Kavanagh against Ron Wilson and Tom Jones. And there you can see I've gone in off on the break. Joining me soon will be Nick Allen, but I'm going to explain the previous results in this group, or rather this tournament. It was done in Sharks Pool Lounge in Birkenhead. It was a 5th annual Shield, which was started in 2011. You'll have seen a bit of the 2012 footage in the main feature of the Christmas episode. We see Tom using his first shot there, as this is black ball rules. So you just develop a couple of balls, as 2 shots do not carry. It was played on the 19th of February 2015, so this is going back more than 7 years. It was a part of a Shield tour, which was a relatively new concept in terms of the Shield, where there would be either a warm-up game for Little Sutton, or against a different team, or a different combination of rest of Wirral players. So this was the 3rd day of the Shield tour, and it was a main one. And effectively, it's days 3 to 6, and days 3 and 4 would be played on this one day, the 19th of February, and it would be concluded a week after, on the 26th of February 2015. The first match was a team game, as was so often the case for the format of the Shield. See Alan opting to take reds out after Tom missed the red. And Little Sutton won the team game, despite Ron Wilson beating Andy Jackson in the first frame. Alan Kavanagh beat Jeff Povey in the second. Simon Popplewell for Little Sutton beat Nathan Bolton in the 3rd frame. And Alan Kavanagh beat Jeff Povey again. And then Simon Popplewell beating Ron Wilson to make the score 4-1. Each match would be raced to 4. The second match was Jeff Povey and Ron Wilson, and they succeeded against Simon Popplewell and Andy Jackson 4-2. And in the 3rd frame, Alan Kavanagh successful in singles with a 4-3 win over Nathan Bolton. The format is similar to Moscone Cup. You can make some parallels there. So the overall score going into this match was 2-1 to Little Sutton, and then this was effectively the start of day 4 and the 4th match of the Shield. We see Ron Wilson cleverly covering a pocket there by knocking one of his yellows onto another. Marathon, not sprint. The overall winner would be the first to 7 matches. The score, once again, is 2-1 to Little Sutton at the moment. Nathan Bolton was selected to play in singles, and Jeff Povey and Ron Wilson were playing in doubles in the previous doubles match. But in day 4, Tom Jones comes into the picture, the young guy in the Liverpool shirt, to possibly strengthen their team. This is effectively a away match for Little Sutton. Previously they played matches at the Little Sutton Legion. The previous year they'd lost away at Sharks. And the year before that, won. AC Tom. Looking a yellow in, but still the bag is kind of covered. And no reason why young Tom can't attack these balls here. Nice scoop shot. Yeah, he's going for the finish. Yeah, puts in a confident long yellow there and gives himself half decent position on the yellow in the middle. Tom's dad, a very good player. Nice draw back onto the cushion and back into near the middle of the table. Long yellow here, he missed it there. I'm not sure if he's left these reds on, they're very close. I think I'm going to possibly see if there's a plant there. Well, that's certainly what me and that Big Al will be talking about at the moment. Simon and Jeff will be playing singles after this. Every player would roughly get the same amount of games and table time. You can see actually Simon's playing Jeff on the other table at the same time. It's hard to say what the score is because I've not been watching it. Ron's tried a long yellow, he's left over the bag, and a potential finish here. Since I've decided to break those reds up. In the previous shot. Yeah, first red knocked in. Good enough angle on the final red. Just drop it in and play a simple, maybe with a bit of stun, simple black into the middle. I've overrun that. I won't be happy with that. I'm going to have to play a double, probably, or thin cut. And going for the double and missed it. But that's my own fault for poor positional play. And as I speak, I just got back from a tournament in 9-ball down in Birmingham. Final tournament I'll be playing as a student in Leeds, and positional play is especially costly in 9-ball. That middle pocket cut wouldn't have been an option, and the doubles are harder. Tom's powered that yellow in and missed it, but it's gone safe. Al has a thin cut or another double into the middle. And in white is also very close to the black, and in black ball rules you need to be somewhat careful about push shots. I'm not really sure if he was planning to do that as a skill shot, but if the black had a dropped, it would have worked. Not to be the case though, and Ron Wilson will have the simple black to put the rest of World team 1-0 up and on track to levelling the shield overall. But quite a mixture of young and old players here. You've got Ron's experience, Tom with his relentless and fearless. You see Coutinho on the back of the Liverpool shirt. Youth and a good player, playing people many years older than him competitively. Probably ranked higher than Ron in the single circuit already at his age here. I'm not sure if he started playing in the singles league at the Sharks, but he wasn't far off starting, and we see Alan just get yellows under their belt here. They seem in reasonably good position, just that one tied up on the right. And the only way really to get on that is to develop it. I think that's probably just I think he's just missed that. What's more, he didn't cover the bag, gives Ron a chance to drop this red into the corner. These matches are all available on YouTube as well, so if you want to check out more of them, you can ask me where to find this particular match. But it's over about 4 YouTube channels, but playlist for the Shield 2015 will be there. It doesn't have a highlights version, this one, so you'll have to sit through the whole matches. At least if you want to put the sound on. I don't think many have been deleted due to copyright reasons. I get a bit of nice music. Hear what Tucker's saying behind the bar. See him dishing out some drinks and crisps. Ronnie's just knocked a long red, missed it, but left the white in a nice position. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do anything here. I can probably cross double this yellow because it's too thin to go in the middle. Serving very quickly and pushing the yellow through. It did go in the middle. Interested how I cue. I'm cueing quite quickly. We've got a nice pendulum motion there, which is a good thing to have. Again, this time for us, missed the yellow, but not left them much. Although from this angle it's not always that clear, because one actually did leave me a decent shot into the middle. I think Tom was total snookered, so that is a lovely shot just to get round and just drop on that bottom red. I'm not sure if I can see, or if Alan can see the yellow in the middle. It might be a good idea. Well, I think there's not really any other option but to break him up. You can't deliver a foul in black ball rules. I think Alan's looking at a one cushion escape. Maybe it needs to be done, or maybe he's going to pretend he's playing a legitimate shot, but he's just fouled, rolled into the red. Unless he did hit the yellow first. No, he didn't. You see a ball in hand for Ron. And yeah, this definitely doesn't look like it's a particularly good angle on the footage, but I'm sure if Ron's putting the white there, this is a very makeable shot into the middle. See on Simon and Jeff's table that there aren't many balls left. I think Simon on the black, eyeing up a plant. Ron's dropped that red in, but he's not really made use of his 2 shots there. I think Ron is just happy to just take this slowly and just make sure they don't give us a chance to clear. He's actually nearly tripled that red. I'm sure Tom's not going to be too disappointed when he gets back. It looks like I'm going to have to definitely break this yellow out of the cluster now, which will free the black for Tom should he get on. So a bit of pressure for me here, really. We will be back for another doubles match. in this extras, a couple of extra series. I will also be doing the poem that I wrote for the Books and Iron Ball in 2022. So Tom has a ball in hand here. It looks like he's going to hit the black in his first shot to break him up here. Black into yellow, doesn't matter if the yellow goes in. And that's pretty decent. Gives himself a nice red. Probably come around the table, he's knocked into the black, but it's, well, it could be worse. Imagine he'll screw in this red and come across the table. If you're Jeff having a long black on the other table, tough one. Misses it. Yeah, he's come across very nicely there for a young guy. Although you do see people like Stan Moody, some great players who are knee-high to a grasshopper. Yeah, knocks that black in with no trouble, like it was on a table with bigger pockets. So we're about 17 minutes into the podcast, we're expecting Nick Allen to come and share his 2 cents. Point out I only saw Nick for the first time in nearly a year the other week when I went down to his match on a Thursday night in the Chesterpool League. He plays for the Cheshire, which is a new team. He got involved with that because he goes to the gym at the venue, which happened to have a fairly good pool team. Up near the top of the Chester Division 2 on Thursday, Blackpool Wolves. I've worked him nicely for Al, hopefully he doesn't mind. Al's really just rolled into them and I think he's just about got a legal break. Or maybe we've decided we're just going to tap him and play tactically. Maybe I said, right Al, I'm going to rack him with lots of holes. Everyone's looking at that layout now we've discussed. I think he's just going to roll this yellow in and think, right, well, what can I do after this? He's come around nicely for the yellow in the middle. I can assume that Simon won that frame on the other table. So even if Ron and Tom are to win, which they're looking in a very good shape to do so, they might still find themselves behind overall. With Little Sutton getting 3 of the 7 points that they need. Simon playing for Little Sutton here, I think, because he's mates with me and Al, not that he's got any connection to the place, living in Sutton. Perhaps he's not a rest of Wirral player because Sutton isn't in the Wirral, it's in Wales, so maybe that's how he's bought himself a run out for who would be considered the favourites, with 3 of the 4 previous Shields going to the Little Sutton team, and in the practice match before this tournament, as you see me miss a red in the middle, which wasn't very good, you can probably guarantee that Little Sutton won the warm-up game. But I'm sure at some point I'll give you more details about that one. Hello Nick.
Hello.
We're recording already, and we've got me and Big Al, we're 2-0 down against little Tom and Ronnie. Did you see Tom going in off there on the white with a long yellow? Well, I assume you did see that, Nick. How's it going?
Alright.
How's it going with the Cheshire on a Thursday?
Yeah, blackout.
Oh, was it too boisterous? I know it was very loud.
I was enjoying it.
Yeah, we were down at the Anchor, weren't we? In Sutton. Yeah. Kev was the guy that we got a taxi with back. He seemed a nice guy. Gaz, yeah, that's it. But I think like a couple of guys unexperienced and a bit boisterous, really.
Yeah.
Can they be a bit turn off? So if anyone's listening that could give Nick a spot on their Thursday team, let him know.
Monday and all right to play with Will and Sid again.
Yeah, on a Monday with the cottage. Yeah, not at the cottage though, because the table's gone.
Yeah,
How are you getting on in that league? See one put a nice yellow in the middle. Yeah, and yeah, Nick. Yeah, how is the Monday league?
It's going quite well. We lost last night to Sutton A, but they've got people like Paul Howell play and a very cheered play for them.
Oh yeah, well that's nothing to be ashamed of, is it?
Yeah, John Parky's gone there as well, hasn't he?
I'd say Parky was probably the less strong player of the three from what I remember, but
yeah, that's
still,
right. Yeah.
Still decent enough.
Okay.
Little Tom's a nice little player, isn't he?
Yeah, but not best him.
Me and Big Al are struggling here. I mean, Al's just broken off and hit him so softly. We're just trying to stop them from clearing him up, I think. But Tom Jones plays money matches now and stuff, and his dad was a good player, and he's a nice enough guy. I'm very grateful for him for helping us out to fill the rest of the Wirral team in this Shield match. And I've played him in singles league. I think I had a 6-6 draw with him at one point, possibly, but I definitely remember beating me quite convincingly. Ron's just managed to, I think he's hit the cushion before the yellow then. Here I am telling him about that. What do you think, Nick?
Well, you haven't picked the whites up yet, so I don't know.
I think I'm just making sure that
you must get to pick the whites up.
Just making sure I didn't want to play from there, which is completely understandable. We've got Jeff and Simon Popperwell on the other table. I think Simon's winning this. Both matches are first to 4, I should point out, and there's currently 2-1 to Little Sutton in the Shield, first to 7, so if Simon wins and Tom and Ron win, then that will put Little Sutton 3-2 up. I've not seen a long red here. This being broadcast from Sharks Pool Lounge, by the way, in Birkenhead. Nice enough venue. Usually got about 6-7 tables in there, and they're very well kept. Unlike Riley's in Chester at the moment. There's a student tournament there I popped down to see, and everyone was complaining about the tables. The cloths were awful. They didn't have enough whites for all the tables. Someone was just like using the black ball as a cue ball and playing without the black. I mean, that wasn't an official frame, but when they were practicing, they had to do it that way. So a bit of a shame really. Wirral and Solihull was pretty good though. I've just come back from a 9-ball tournament there with the students. I mean, the pool was pretty awful. The competition was tougher than the other tournaments I've been to as a student this year because alumni teams were allowed to enter, so you've got people who are more experienced. Standard wasn't bad. It's quite interesting to figure out how people are so good at 9-ball in this country. I think our students play it. I'm not sure many other people play it that I know of. The person who won the books, student 9-ball, Young Wong, he's played a 9-ball tour at the weekend, so the standard is, I'd say the student standard was good. Less so in the 8-ball probably. But then again, I'm much better at 8-ball than 9-ball, I think, because I've just had so much more practice. You know what the angles are like, don't you, Nick, on the 8-ball?
Yes.
When we play 9-ball, it's like, how are we going to get position on these shots? Or we'll try, but doubling the ball is a completely different ball game. I mean, I was just guessing with the doubles I was playing at the weekend. And here I'm very calculated. I've got a chance here. But it's not easy, is it, Nick?
And if you miss, Tom's got the yellow.
As long as he can get position on the black, it's game over, isn't it? I've got to try and play that double now or something. I've missed a part of I and just left Tom a nice, well, it's not an easy positional shot. He's got a very erratic screw back there, but he's done it nicely. Yeah, I guess not leaving him the right angle to play the black down the long rail, which wouldn't have been easy anyway. He's tried to screw it back because he was straight on it, and he's got like a triple here maybe, but that's it. Yeah, he went for the triple. Is he knocked the red in? Oh. So yeah, I don't know if we can get the red there, but it's in Big Al's control, isn't it really, Nick?
Yes.
We're talking about it a little bit. So yeah, what's your general thoughts about the doubles game, Nick? I take it you like doubles.
Yes, I love playing.
I mean, I think in the Shield it's always been alternate visits, not Scotch doubles. I think you've just got to be at a certain standard to play Scotch, really. But I think me and Al, we talk and of course you play doubles on the Monday league, don't you? Which you've been doing.
Yes.
Have you got a regular doubles partner in the Monday league, or does it change at the moment?
I was with him last night, but I tend to play with Sid quite a lot.
Yeah, they've both been playing that Monday league for years, haven't they? And they know what it's all about. I've cut that red in, left myself quite far, but this is like a couple of one-pocket shots, not the red in, come round to the black. With the same back. And not hopefully put the white in the middle. I mean, you'd take that, wouldn't you? Yeah, so I should be knocking this in for 2-1. Let's see if I do. No, I've missed it.
Oh, and what's the over?
It's not a gimme, but I think he should make this. It's not easy to see on these videos, but I think he's going to just cut that in. Yeah, 3-0. So that's my fault, isn't it? Just for missing the black. I don't think we did much wrong there.
No.
But fortunately now we need the last 4 frames to win the match. Although if Simon beats Jeff, then it's not going to be too bad a result. You've never played in the Shield, have you, Nick? I think
no.
For something that stopped before you couldn't get down for it. I think the last one we played was 2016. I think we had a qualification system for that year, and I think you might have come up short. But it's looking unlikely that these tournaments will happen again. But there's always a chance. You could just throw in a a 10-year anniversary shield. Well, 10-year anniversary would have been last year actually. So it's 11 years after it first started.
Yeah.
The Steve Smith Memorial Cup is heading into its 17th year. Of course, many of them were played. Like, it wasn't played from 2006 to 2009. So I guess with that, you could just play it 1 year, and if you have more dates, you could have it play a catch up and play the previous years as well. Tom's just quite competently knocking a few yellows in here. So do you see many players that are good that are this young, Nick, or do you think it's quite rare in Chester?
I think it's quite rare in Chester.
Because you're not old enough to get into pubs, I guess. I think in the Sharks Pool Lounge you can go in at any age. Someone like Riley's or Northern Snooker and Leans, you can go in when you're young. But I think typically, you know, we're playing in the evenings, aren't we? In the pub leagues, you don't get many young people frequenting the local bars. 15. Yeah, cheers. I'm using the university library and I'm getting kicked out in 15 minutes, so we'll be tied up by then. You see Jeff queuing up a nice long red, maybe, and he's cut the yellow in the middle, as I've cut a ball in the middle as well. So I think when you're 3-0 down, Nick, you just got to concentrate on getting a frame on the board. You can't think, oh gosh, I need all 4. You've got to take one game at a time. Yeah, I've screwed that in quite nicely, really, right into the middle. It would be interesting to see myself now play myself 7 years ago. I bet you'd like to do that as well, wouldn't you? If you could play yourself 5 years ago, see what it would be like. I mean, I'd probably win, but only just probably. I think there's some bad habits I've picked up over the years since the footage you can see me playing in now. I don't think my eyes are as good now. I think I'd cut in a lot better pots than what I do now. I'll probably cut this red in the middle. Well, I didn't. But I think I found the game was a lot more inconsistent back then. I think now, every time I play, I can think, right, well, I'm going to make some great shots, but depending how many bad shots I make will be whether I win or lose the game. You can never avoid playing the odd bad shot. Just about causing the least damage when you're not playing well. Of course, you won your match, didn't you? Down at the anchor, and you were playing pretty steadily. And you might have been perfect, but you didn't leave anything easy for your opponent either.
No.
Now, was that the last game you played, or did you play any more?
I played one more game for them.
Was that at home?
No.
On your table that pulls out from behind her?
No, wasn't at home. Was that the Foxy?
Was it against Fox's C? John Gilley and that? Oh right, so did you play against Tommy Weaver or?
No, Tommy wasn't there.
No.
I didn't recognise some of the faces.
So I guess, I mean, the anchor would get quite annoyed, weren't they, with some of the boisterous comments getting thrown at me. I don't imagine people like Emma could have been too impressed with...
They've been doing it there,
no,
you know?
No. We just thought time for a change.
They apologised, didn't they?
Yeah, I think there was one person on your team, like the anchor, who was causing the trouble, and everyone else was apologising. But it could have come to fists. I mean, it wasn't far off, was it? I mean, a couple of people were getting quite riled up.
It would get on my nerves as well.
Yeah, they were shouting things when you're playing your shot, weren't they? So you can't concentrate. I think in a situation like that, you just rocket the music up so you couldn't hear anything. I know the Bridgewater used to play the music quite loud, didn't they? And the Edgerton Sorghum back in the day. I don't think everyone likes the music, but I think in that situation it would just calm everything down, maybe. I think I've snookered the opponents. Ron's going to have to try and... no, Ron is yellows, right? So he snookered me. So unfortunately I've kind of given Al a hospital shot there. He's got to come back in. He's got it tough up and down on the red. He's missed it. Not far off. Ball in hand for little Tom. Yeah, so as we bring this to a close, mate, what can you conclude from...
Tom doesn't have a very good player.
He's not the... Sign him up. Not the red away in his first shot. He's played a poor position.
That's not a good shot.
No. I guess his cueing action wasn't the best back then. It's probably got better since. He's just buggered up the screw shot. He's given me a bit of a pickle here. I'm going to have to try and... What I want to be doing here is leaving the white on the same side of the table as it is now. I do not want to be leaving him on the other side of the table if I'm moving that red, because he will just knock it in. So I think that should be my main objective here. I've tried to cut it back, which was ambitious, but I've gone enough, and that's not a good result, is it really?
No.
Ron has a simple black into the middle for 4-0 win. As we come into the last minute, yeah, that's the footage. So we'll do another one of these next week, Nick, if you're available. Hopefully Big Alfie should be available to go through another one of his matches. With a bit of luck, more successful than this one. But it does look like Simon's winning on the other table against Jeff, so the shield very much still attainable for the Little Sutton team. Nick, any closing comments about doubles? Is it good to see some doubles on the footage?
Yeah. Say that people who are playing in it, they've not the play standard.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, well done, little Tom. I think he was a difference. And Ronnie was steady enough, wasn't he? So well, that's it from the Monday Pool Archives. Myself, Andy Jackson, Nick Allen of the... where are you on a Monday night now?
Bears Paw.
The Bears Paw on a Monday night, and look